Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be setting up our first budget for December, our first weekly budget for December. So if you are new to my channel, I personally use an Erin Condren Deluxe monthly planner for all of my budgeting. It is honestly the perfect planner for me. I kind of hope Erin Condren never changes the layout of this planner because it just works out so well. And I'm also going to be using this Always a Reason in Season to Celebrate designer sticker book. This is my favorite sticker book to use for my monthly or for my weekly budgets, really just for budgeting in general, actually, in my Erin Condren Deluxe monthly planner. So let's go ahead and just dive right into this. So to start out with, I am going to use some washi from the back of this book. And I'm just going to use this remaining Merry Christmas, or Merry Everything rather, washi strip that I have. And I'm just going to lay this right across the top here. I seriously am kind of just shocked that it is already time to put together my first weekly budget for December, but it's really exciting. I always get really excited about the start of a new month because it's kind of like a fresh start, you know? It's a clean slate, which is really nice. And in our case, our credit card is officially paid off, as you may know from seeing previous videos, and that is definitely very exciting. So I'm just going to layer this little red gift box right on top there. And I'm going to write, and sorry, I am so stuffed up right now, so I sound probably really funny, but I got some new allergy medicine today, so I'm really hoping it helps, but we'll see. So weekly budgets. And then I'm going to put a little sticker to cover up the flag as per usual. I like adding just a little bit of decor to my planner. I'm not like a huge decorative planner personally, but you know, I like to make it look really cute and pretty just to draw my attention to it and to stay interested in my budget. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use these little candy canes. I think those are really cute. So I'm just going to layer those. Oh, and you know what? This little middle part comes out of there like that. So let me see. Maybe put that like right there. Yeah, I think that's cute. Okay, so we got our little candy canes. And then I like to use these little dots to mark each week. So I'm going to start out, I think, with this red and gold one. And we're just going to put that right here. And I'm going to do week 1, which is December 7th through, what is it? I think the 12th? 7th through the 13th. Yeah, through the 13th. I'm going to put expense up here, and I'm going to start listing them out. So for the first week of December, we actually have quite a lot. So we've got our mortgage, which is actually our December mortgage. So we essentially sacrificed being a month ahead on our mortgage in order to pay off our credit card, but we're going to catch back up and be a month ahead again with our mortgage this month. So we're essentially paying 2 mortgage payments this month, but we did roll over a really decent chunk of cash from November into December to kind of help us do that. So, so you'll see mortgage quite a bit this month in my weekly budgets. I think on 3 of the 4 weeks, we're putting a big chunk towards our mortgage. So then we've got grocery, which is a cash envelope. We've got gas, and the way that we do gas, so we've got 2 checking accounts. one checking account my paycheck gets direct deposited into, and then the other checking account my husband's paycheck gets direct deposited into. And for the one that my husband's gets transferred in, we leave just like $250 to $300 in there monthly, and we transfer the rest into the main checking account where my paycheck gets put into, and then that's the checking account we use for bills. So essentially, to explain that a little bit more simply, we have a checking account for bills and cash, and we have a checking account specifically just for gas. And the reason why we have checks direct deposited into each is because our bank charges us a fee to have the checking account unless we have checks being direct deposited into them. So that's kind of our reason for that. And then we've got landscaping. We've got our buffer. We've got birthday. Which is a sinking fund. Landscaping's technically a sinking fund too. We have a house maintenance sinking fund that comes out of. And then we've got pocket money for me. My husband decided to get all of his pocket money on his birthday, and we took that out already. It came out of our November budget actually. So it's just my pocket money for this week. And then family fun. And gifts. And car repairs. And then we also want to have a section for unbudgeted. So that is kind of a big table. I can't remember. Yeah. Next time I'll just know. I forgot I did this. This is why I need to like constantly I don't know. My memory is just god awful, to be honest. But I should have just lumped grocery, pocket money, family fun into cash, and that would have saved some spaces, but that's okay. We'll just do that next time. So, and then we got total down here. So we're just gonna draw a line. And right down there. Then I personally like to check things off as they leave our account. So, got a column for that. And then the due date. And then budgeted. Actual. And then plus and minus. Okay. And I'm just going to draw a line to underline this top row right here. And for those of you that are new, we like to budget on a weekly basis because we're paid on a weekly basis. To us, that just makes sense to look at our account on payday, what we had coming in, what we had left over, add that up, look at the expenses that are coming up that week, and just kind of break our entire monthly budget down into little chunks. If we were paid on the same pay schedule and we were paid bi-weekly, then we would do a bi-weekly budget. My husband's pay periods change every couple of years for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I'm hoping we will be on kind of the same pay schedule, because a bi-weekly budget, in all honesty, would be obviously easier than a weekly, because breaking it out every week is kind of somewhat tedious. I mean, it doesn't take very long. You guys watch these videos, it takes me like 15 minutes or less most of the time, and honestly it'd be even less time if I wasn't like talking obviously the whole time through it. But But yeah, so, and if you guys are interested, I was thinking about doing like a mock bi-weekly budget. So if you want to see kind of how that would work, let me know and I will put together a video for it to walk you through it, because I know the vast majority of people, I think, are paid on a bi-weekly basis. It just so happens my husband and I are on opposite pay schedules, so that's why we're technically paid weekly versus bi-weekly. So, all right. So as far as the mortgage is concerned, that is officially due as of the 15th of the month, and that's why we're kind of getting away a little bit with paying the mortgage late, because they honestly don't charge like a late fee or anything like that until the 15th of the month. And we're going to be paying this on the 7th as soon as I get paid, basically. So that's due on the 15th, and that is going to be for $1,192.26. And I just got some happy mail that let us know that our mortgage payment did go down, and we got just a tiny escrow refund. So that was really exciting. It's always nice when it goes down just a little bit. So far, it hasn't gone up the whole time we've been in our house. So I'm not expecting it to continue going down much further, but this is our normal payment. And then our next payment for January is going to be like $10 and some change less. So, you know, I'll take it. And then the cash I'm taking out on the 7th, and for grocery, it's going to be $125. Gas, I'm going to transfer on the 7th, and that's going to be for $250, which will last us for the entire month. Hopefully, we might go a little bit over on that because we do have kind of a small road trip coming up pretty soon, but hopefully not. Hopefully we'll be good. And then landscaping I'll take out on the 7th as well, and that's $60. Our buffer will come out of our December 7th paycheck, and we always leave $100 buffer in our checking account. Birthday is for my daughter's cake and for her food for her party. We're picking all that up this weekend because her party's on Sunday, which will be tomorrow when you guys see this video. And that was for $160. My pocket money is coming out on the 7th, and that's going to be $25 for the week. Family fun is on the 7th, and that's for $40 for the week. And then gifts is for our little nieces out in Florida. We got them some pretty cool, well, we essentially got them like little tiny Nerf guns, which are really cute. They're like little tiny pistol Nerf guns, and we sent those to them for their Christmas present. And it was $22.44, and that was off Amazon. And then car repairs will go right into our sinking fund, and I think we're going to try to schedule a maintenance appointment for one of our cars pretty soon. So hopefully this amount will cover those repairs. I'm telling you, we're in like an awful season when it comes to car maintenance because our cars are approaching the 100,000 mile mark, and I just feel like we have to do everything, like everything to each car. Like I think both are going to need, well, one definitely needs tires. One is going to need tires very, very soon. And then they need like complete tune-ups, like the works. And it's just so expensive, but we want to keep them running and take good care of them. So, you know, okay. And then unbudgeted doesn't have a due date, and we don't budget for unbudgeted. So the total for this week, and do keep in mind, this is rollover from the previous week, in addition to the paycheck, in addition to what was already in checking and all that kind of stuff, if that makes any sense. So that amount is $2,359.57. So this is essentially assigning every single dollar in assignment at like before the week even begins. And it's a zero-based budget, but because of our buffer, we're not taking our account down to zero. And Dave Ramsey actually recommends not taking your account down to zero in your checking account. He recommends having a $50 to $100 buffer in your checking account, you know, just in case there's an expense that comes out that you did not expect, or something's a little bit more expensive than what you expected, that sort of thing. And for us, this is where cash really comes into play, because when we take out the cash, it's out. Like if I were to, you know, for example, grocery, if I were to just use a debit card for grocery, I know myself well enough to where I'd be like, oh, it's fine. You know, I'll swipe and I'll just go a few dollars over this week. It's no big deal, you know? But then if I'm doing that for like multiple categories, or, you know, I don't know, like our car repairs ends up being more than what we expect, or we have an unexpected expense come up, like those little $2 transactions, $10 transactions, those all add up very, very quickly. So that is another reason why we use cash for everything, because then there honestly is not very much room for error. You know, once the cash is gone, it is gone. And yes, we have a coin change jar, and sometimes we dip into it to get like a carton of milk. Like we'll get a whole bunch of quarters and we will go to the cash register and pay a bunch of quarters, dimes, and nickels for our carton of milk. But that is what works for us, and that is how we manage to stick to our budget. We are definitely not perfect. As you know, we just cleaned up a major mess that we were in last month with our credit card. We got it completely paid off, and both of our credit cards are cut up now. We cannot use them. We're not closing the account because we have earned, I think it's close to $300 cash back that we'll get in February. But once we get that cash back and stuff, I think we'll completely, well, not I think, we will completely close that account, because it just won't be necessary at that point. We have an emergency fund. We will have sinking funds building up in 2019. So, you know, hopefully we'll be just fine and we won't run into any like major emergencies. But I am super anxious to pay off our debt. We hit a major milestone, being under $20,000 of debt officially, and the end is in sight. And once we finish our debt payoff, we will be building up a fully funded emergency fund, and I will feel a lot more secure once that happens. That is the one thing, like the credit card gave me personally a false sense of security, I think, because, you know, we have a high limit on our credit card, and if an emergency happens, yeah, we can just put it on the credit card. But ideally, we would like to just have a big chunk of cash in the bank in an emergency fund ready to go for those types of circumstances, so that A, we're not accumulating more debt, and B, we don't have to worry about paying interest or any of that. So any of that kind of stuff. So we're in this like very like scary limbo right now, where we have $1,000 in our emergency fund. That's what Dave Ramsey suggests. That's all we have. And then we'll have our sinking funds, but that's it. So, you know, we just kind of pray to God that nothing crazy happens, and it's definitely uncomfortable, but being that uncomfortable is what really motivates us and drives us to, you know, be aggressive and to pay off our debt as quickly as we possibly can. So we're working on our annual budget for 2019, and it's really exciting. I'm excited to share it with you guys. Basically, we're laying out a roadmap that will get us out of debt, you know, probably in the summer of 2019, if I have to guess. So it's very exciting stuff. But anyways, guys, that is it. I will jump off my soapbox for now, but I could go on and on, I tell ya. And I do want to, we're coming up on our 2-year Dave Ramsey anniversary soon, and I would love to see if my husband will sit down with me and we can like answer questions that you guys might have, or just share our story overall, because our debt-free journey actually started back in January of 2017, and we've learned a lot along the way, and I would love to share just our experience and give some tips and advice for those that might be, you know, thinking about starting this type of journey of becoming debt-free, or, you know, those of you that are already on it that kind of need that extra motivation or encouragement, that kind of stuff. So hopefully I will have a video, you know, like that posted here soon. I still have to talk to my husband about it. I'm sure he'd be fine with it, but if he's not comfortable filming, that's totally within his right. So I will probably still film it, but I'm hoping he can join me. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, that is it for my week 1 budget plan for December. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up to let me know. And be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button so you catch all of my future videos. As always, I have links to all of the products you saw here today listed below, as well as a $10 off coupon for Erin Condren if you're interested in picking anything up from her. So that is it. Definitely leave me questions, comments below if you have any, and then I will chat with you all later. Bye.